Hey friends, I'm back after forever. Sorry. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Like, I haven't not done a video in 2 months. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I love Christmas. So, a couple books we found recently. I've read a few Neil Gaiman books. I love The Sandman. That is such a cool book. If you haven't ever read Neil Gaiman or a graphic novel, that'd be a really good place to start because it's really, really cool. You're going to think it's dated when you see it because it's very, like all the art's very 80s, but it's a really, really good book. Another book of his that I've read, American Gods, and this is the copy we've had for I don't know how long. And my husband couldn't really get into it and all that. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see. There he is. There's Ozzy. He couldn't really get into it, and a book we've been looking for of his, Norse mythology, he found out that a lot of people felt they had an easier time reading American Gods after they read that first, you know, and I guess went back and then read American Gods. So we got that, and it's a really awesome cover. Although when you take the paper part off, it's just black. So we'll have to make sure we keep that paper like really nice because that's a cool cover. And I'll probably read that because I love any of that kind of stuff. I love just pagan things, I guess. But we found this, and this is a much better cover, I think. The book's kind of like it's a weird shape compared to other books. It's a little bit taller and it's a little bit thicker of a book, but this is an updated and expanded with the author's preferred text. So who knows, it might be like I'm reading kind of a new book again when I read it. Currently, I'm reading Risen by Angela Elwell Hunt, and it is from the perspective of a Roman soldier after Christ's crucifixion when he leaves the tomb. So that's really cool. I'm really enjoying it. I've left it at work, but so while I'm at home, I'm reading William Paul Young's Eve, and it's just taken me a bit to really get into it because it's a very different kind of world than what we live in, where people, they're assigned to be collectors or finders, you know, so it's very different. But I'm enjoying it. One book I wanted to show you that I think is really awesome we got for one of our kids who loves anything Sonic the Hedgehog is A History of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just about the video game, so not the comics and all of that. And it's a super nice book. I'm hoping he doesn't destroy it because he tends to be a little rough on things, but it's a really beautiful book. But then again, if he reads it, I'll be really happy about that too. Earlier today, I was watching Paperback Junkie Matt Wall Atari Kong on Twitch. He's making a Zelda board game. I'm anxious to see how it turns out. And I saw that Zoe is reading My Best Friend's Exorcist. I don't know if we've ever showed this on my little channel, but we actually have it. So I'm going to add that to my TBR list. And hopefully it doesn't scare me because I'm kind of a fraidy cat. Other books I want to read when I get done with the other two books, and they're not very long, so if I could just sit down and read, it won't take me long. It's from the Witcher series, The Last Wish. I've had this for at least a year. So I'm looking forward to that. We bought our other son a Witcher video game, and I like watching those kind of games where they have a lot of storyline to go along with it. I don't really like to play them as much because you know, I've hit that adult thing where you're not good at video games. But I enjoy the ones that have like a good storyline to go along with them. Also, I'm going to read Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer, written by James Silk. And just the little bit I know is basically Frank Frazetta had a lot of, he did lots of book covers, and he had a series of paintings that have this character, or a character with this helmet on, And so this book, basically, this guy, if you get this helmet, you get these powers. You become the Death Dealer. So, sounds really cool. I can't wait to read that. Also, shout out to the Saints. They got a win today. Go Saints. So excited that they've been in the playoffs. I haven't been a Saints fan for a really long time, but my husband is, so of course. I'm a Saints fan too. So anyway, go Saints. Next, I'm going to do a quiz. For whatever reason, a friend tagged me in this on Facebook, and I wasn't able to like copy and paste it and do it on Facebook, so I'm just going to do it on this. And I'm going to try to, between now and the next video I make, look for some of these that have at least some questions about books, or it's all about books. And if not, then I'll just make up some questions. So, favorite smell. My husband, I just like the way he smells. You know, like everybody has like their own smell, and I like his smell. Last time he cried was probably like a week or so ago. You know, females, we cry sometimes. Favorite place to eat pizza. Probably Midtown Pizza or like Mellow Mushroom, because they do like fresh pizzas, and I tend to like thin crust pizza, and I love it when there's lots of vegetables and weird things on them that nobody else likes. Favorite animal. Ozzy, of course. He's still up there. Ozzy. He knows his name. Where am I at? Untie your shoes when taking them off. No, but then I have to untie them when I put them back on, because they've got to be absolutely perfect. My socks cannot be wrinkled. I can't have the seam pressing into my toe or anything like that. I can't have it falling off the heel, you know. So I should just go ahead and untie them when I take them off, but I'm usually too lazy for that. I'm already sitting down, so I just shove them off my feet. Favorite ice cream. Vanilla in a cake cone. That's my favorite way to have ice cream. Like Chick-fil-A's, the ice cream cone, that is my favorite. And that's great because it's hot most of the time in the South. So, shorts or jeans, both. Again, it gets too hot down here to wear jeans all the time. What are you listening to? Nothing. But earlier today, when I was watching Paperback Junkie make his Zelda game, he was playing 8-bit versions of pop songs, and that was awesome. So I'm definitely going to be looking for those, because some of them are actually better than hearing the person sing. Favorite TV show. Favorite of all time is probably Firefly. You know, every now and then you hear little rumors that they may get back together and do more seasons of that, and I wish they would, even though everyone's older and everything. I don't care. I would still watch it. That's definitely my favorite of all time. Tattoos. Yes, I have one. Hair color, brown with a bunch of gray. And I've noticed recently, see, I've got these two white pieces, silver pieces. So, like, if I grew it out and I could make it stand up, I could look like the Bride of Frankenstein. Except my hair, the rest of my hair is brown and not red. Favorite thing to eat. That depends on my mood, you know. And once again, I live in the South, so just about everything we have is good, you know. So any kind of just, you know, typical Southern food, you know, cornbread, grits, black-eyed peas, okra, whatever. Favorite holiday? Christmas, because I like giving stuff to people. That's the most exciting part. And that's also the hardest part, when you know that you've got someone a good gift and you have to wait. Beer or wine? I like both. Favorite day of the week? Saturday or Sunday, because, you know, everyone's going to be here, and I like having Troy and the kids here at the same time. Do you have a nickname? Yes. Lots. My dad, he still calls me Weasel. I really don't know why. Troy started calling me Jackie O'Sassy at one point. I'm not going to tell you other ones. Favorite season, I like spring or fall just because it's colorful. You know, spring, you've got all the flowers. Fall, you've got, you know, leaves changing. I have awful allergies, so it's really not a lot of fun, you know, because fall, they have like crops, and if it's dusty, and then spring, pollen, blah, blah, blah. But I hate being cold more than anything else. I'm ready for winter to be over. And I hate it more than the super oppressive hot that we have in the South. I hate being cold. Where am I? Favorite place to get away? I like being at home. But both of our parents have really awesome places. And they're different. So it's like you have a great getaway, whichever one you go to. You know, it's a bit of travel. You know, it's really not that far, but it's a bit of travel. But I've got the lake or I've got the country. So, you know, you've got the water, swimming, boats, and that sort of thing. You know, it's kind of up, lots of trees, and, you know, during the fall when it's changing colors, it's just beautiful. You know, it's super peaceful. You wake up in the morning, you look out the window, and there's just a big lake. It's gorgeous. My parents, they don't really have any neighbors. There's lots of fruit trees and things like that. So taking walks and things like that at their house is really nice. So, you know, we got the best of both worlds right there. Missing someone? Not right now, because everybody's here. Of course, you know, like I'm very much, you know, a daddy's girl, so I would love for like my parents to be closer and that kind of thing. But, you know, I've got my main people here, so I'm good. Dream vacation, Disney World. That was one of the funnest things we've ever done. For our kids, so I would definitely love to do that again. But I wouldn't want to do that every year. You know, kind of like doesn't seem like it'd be as special if we went every year. But maybe one day, who knows? Regrets, everybody does, but you gotta move on. Middle name, Lee. Dream car, I don't care. I'm very content with what I currently have. Go back to secondary school? No, but I mean, I'd like to have, you know, a piece of paper in a cheap little frame. But I hate school more now than ever as a parent. God. Ocean or lake? Lake. The ocean's too big. The animals out there are enormous. You know, we're just squishy, itty bitty things compared to the stuff out there. So I'd rather have the lake. Favorite color? Probably blue or green. You know, it's nature colors. You know, plants are green, they're alive, that kind of thing. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you tuned in after me not doing a video for such a long time, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully I won't do that again. Who knows? You know, life gets busy sometimes. Don't get to read as much as I would like to sometimes, so I may not have as much book stuff to talk about. But anyway, I hope you all had a great Christmas and enjoyed your families. And thanks for watching.